Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of The L Spot Show. It's me, Camille J.
And it's me, Angela Yvonne.
And we're missing Jameer, but it's all right, we're going to hold it down without you on this one. We're going to have a very special episode talking all about something we love, music. We're going to have a very special guest, Mr. Amadeus, join us, and he's going to be showing us a thing or two about music production. And he doesn't know it yet, but we'll be playing a very special game, testing him on his own music. So I hope he gets it right.
Yes, and I'll be giving you entertainment scoop. We'll be talking a little bit about my favorite shows and what late singer is now getting their signature collection and makeup with a collection with Mac.
That is cool. And, you know, make sure you guys stay tuned because this is The L Spot Show. Now watch me work. So we're here at the L Spot Show, and we have a very special guest on set. He's worked with artists like Trey Songz, Foxy Brown, Chris Brown, and plenty of others. Music producer and extraordinaire, Mr. Amadeus. Yay! Welcome. You hear the crowd in the background. Yes.
I just heard it. Great introduction.
Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You know, music is something that is worldwide and it connects everyone. And you are like the mastermind behind it. Creating the beat is something so important. And we just want to know, like, what exactly does the music producer do? What is your role?
Right. You kind of summed it up very well. But it's our job as a music producer to create the backing track, the music that you hear under your favorite artists, whether it's their vocal, whether it's your hook that, you know, excites you, or whether you're in a club and you just hear that bass hit and that drum hit. You know, that's my job to give you that feeling musically in regards to creating music.
Okay, now we are in 2018, and right now there's such a big controversy between like the music that's happening now and music that was created back then. And people are always saying like, oh, the music today, that's whack. There's no music of substance versus the music that we had in the 80s and 90s. That's more music of substance. Someone who is a music creator, how do you feel about that?
Man, people don't like when I respond the way I do, but I don't have any issues with it. I feel like music is expression. There's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no rules on how to create music. You have a choice. Either you like it or you don't. You know, so throughout the years, I've been producing for over 17 years, and you know, music changes. It evolves. Sound evolves. You know, you have different type of artists. You have different type of artistry. So I've never been the one to really knock, you know, anyone doing anything musically these days. If it's not my cup of tea, then I can just easily, you know, turn it off and turn the volume down. I don't have to knock, you know, him or her for doing whatever they're doing. At the end of the day, a lot of these people that are getting bashed for their music, comparing them to Jay-Z's and Biggie and Tupac and Nas, you know, it's like people are always going to compare artists. People are always going to compare producers. But obviously their music is connecting with an audience. All of these artists that we name, all of the newer artists of this time have huge followings and huge fan bases. They're doing shows, they're sold out, you know, they're going platinum, they're going gold. So, you know, I don't have an issue with it. For me, I've always been a producer that wanted to evolve with the sound. So as the sound changes, as music changes, I want to be able to grow and challenge myself musically as a producer to be able to adapt, to not just create from my generation and the genre that I've created music from in the past, but to be able to maneuver within the artists that are here today.
So what place influences you as far as music? Because I know a lot of, like, if you're Caribbean, you know, you get the sounds from, you know, Africa and things like that. So you being from the Bronx, what influenced you by just living in the Bronx? Right.
Well, the birthplace of hip hop, you know. And just, I feel like my surroundings and where I grew up. I grew up in the Bronx, 169th and Washington Avenue projects, you know, a rough neighborhood, a rough area. Seen a lot of things, witnessed a lot of things, and just kind of used that to drive me, to inspire me to create, you know, the music that I've created. When I first started as a producer, it was straight hip hop, hard drums, samples, really raw, gritty, because that was where I was from. That's what the energy that I was surrounded by. So that's what I created. And as I grew as a musician and as a producer, you know, I've always wanted to challenge myself musically. I didn't like to be boxed in, and I was kind of seeing myself being boxed in as a hip hop producer, and I didn't want that because I knew I had the musicianship side of me, and I just had to just bring that out, which allowed me to produce R&B and pop, and Southern, you know, the ATL sound, the Cali sound. So, you know, influences I receive in different ways. So growing up, listening to what I listened to, coming up with the whole bad boy movement, the Rough Rider movement, the Rockefeller movement, the Death Row, you know, it was just so much amazing music that I loved and that inspired me to produce today. And I just wanted to just be able to make a dot, you know what I'm saying, in music history.
So do you keep like a little microphone just in case you're out in nature and you hear a bird chirping and you just like, oh, I can
use that. I can use that.
So do you have like a recorder that you keep with you, or you just keep everything in your mind?
I don't even keep everything in my mind. I'm really unique on how I create. Like, you know, a lot of us creators hear different things, like you said, you know, get inspiration and record things and document things. I just never really been that type of person. I've always just turned on my equipment, went into the studio and created whatever I felt at that moment. So if I was pissed, you know, you'll hear something very aggressive. You know, if I was, you know, feeling kind of sexy and swagged out, you know, light a little candle and you get a little R&B or a ballad out of me. So I've always created off of feeling and emotion. So not really want to record and, you know, have an idea. I just kind of sat down free, open-minded, and then just enjoy myself and have fun with whatever I created.
Okay. And now I know you said that you don't hate on any new artists or any new music that's out. You could appreciate it. But how would you feel like someone making an easy beat? Because there are a lot of simple beats out there. I don't know, they was tapping something on the Mac on GarageBand, boop, 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 got a track, got some easy lyrics to go out, and boom, YouTube sensation all over the world. And then they have people who like studied the craft, who work really hard, who go into the booth and light their candles or listen to old music to get the different influences. How does something like that make you feel?
Again, it may sound easy, it may seem like it's easy, but it may not be. You know, if I was to, you know, put some equipment in front of you guys and say that beat that you heard or that idea that you heard that you may feel is easy, create that. You know, and you may be able to do it, you may not be able to do it. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not as easy as it sounds. So sometimes simple is better. You know, me being a musician that plays instruments, sometimes, you know, I hindered myself with knowing so much musically and putting so much music into my production that artists didn't get it. Or I wasn't leaving room for artists to come along and do their thing on the track because there was so much music and so much going on that it was like, okay, what do? I can just play this by itself and it could be a masterpiece. It could be an instrumental that we can just enjoy by itself. So, you know, simple is better. And I had to learn that the hard way. I get it now. And it is what it is. A lot of these simple joints knock, you know, so it may be very simple and, you know, very unique and it connects. You know, these young kids today, they want to dance, they want to have fun, they want to turn up, they want to be excited. And that doesn't, you don't really need 15 instruments or 15 different sounds to do that.
Right.
You can have an 808, a kick, a hi-hat, one sound effect, and like you said, a catchy hook, and you got to smash.
Definitely. Now, something that I didn't know, something I found out this year, that there's a lot of female producers out there and are responsible for a lot of the major tracks that we've been bumping. A lot of Migos tracks, a lot of these trap sounds that are out there. And how do you feel like working among fellow female musicians and composers?
And I'm not just saying that to say that because it sounds good. Like I think it's amazing. You know, I don't feel like this is a genre that's based on just males, and you know what I mean. Like, you know, Roxanne has a new Netflix show, and I've been hearing nothing but great things about it. It's been the buzz for the last month, and it's great. I think it's great. I wish we would have knew more about it. I wish there was more light brought to the situation, really showcasing the women that are doing their thing in the production world. So I think it's great, and I would love to collaborate with some women. I've worked alongside some women musicians. There's a really dope keyboardist by the name of, going blank right now, but we brought her out on tour with Trey. One of our keyboard players wasn't able to make a show, and her name is Lynette. And
Lynette.
she came in, went to rehearsals for a few days, and was on stage for a week, knocking out some shows around across the globe with Trey songs. And she's a female and amazing. So I love it.
That's dope.
I love it.
Well, since you brought up Trey Songz on tour, we're definitely going to be talking about that. Hold that thought.
Okay,
Because
all
when we
right.
come back, after our entertainment fix and after our word from our sponsor, we're definitely going to hear all about you on tour. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yes.
It's April, and it's all about the new and what's fresh and fun. Obsession is an understatement when it comes to television. 3 of my favorite shows have gotten the green light for their new seasons, and I am sure they will be your favorites as well. The Chi. This riveting show has gotten its 2nd season just after 4 episodes. The show, created by Emmy winner Lena Waithe, is a coming-of-age story set in the South Side of Chicago. Also at the producing helm is Common. With over 4 million views, phenomenal writing, and cast, I'm already waiting for season 3. Catch it on Showtime on Sunday at 10 p.m. 9/11. Starring Angela Bassett, Connie Britton, and Peter Krause. The Fox drama got the go-ahead for 2nd season after 2 episodes. It is so good. It follows the lives of firemen, police officers, and first responders behind the scenes after their work is done. Ryan Murphy of Glee and American Horror Story produced Fox's largest debut since Empire. Y'all need to catch up. Last but not least, Black Mirror. Okay, this isn't really new, but it's new to me. I'm late, but I'm catching up. Black Mirror is an ode to the old school show Twilight Zone with a little twist. Originally premiering in the UK, it has been a major hit in the US. You can never truly be behind because the stories begin and end in one episode with a different cast. It will have you questioning your very existence. Back episodes are airing now on Netflix. Okay, ladies, let's get into formation. We got to get our coins together for the new Aaliyah collection from MAC. Debuting in June, it will come with the late singer's signature. Aaliyah's gift to the world has still been a major influence years after her passing. She was fashion, she was beauty, she was Aaliyah. Well, you have officially been fixed. I'm Angela Yvonne, and make sure you keep the conversation going. Follow us at the hashtag #TheLSpot and of course me at Absolutely Angela Yvonne and entertainment_fix for a little entertainment in 2 minutes. And we will see you soon.
And we are back with Amadeus. So now we're about to get into the tough questions, Amadeus.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Breathe.
So I'm going to start light with you, and then I'm going to go a little heavy. Okay. So tell us about your Music 101 tour.
Man, that wasn't like, I thought I was going to get in trouble or something.
Oh, later. But
Okay. Yeah, so the Music 101 College Tour, tour that was created by my partner and myself, Michael Daniel. And basically what we wanted to do was just educate people on the music industry and the music business. There's a lot of artists, singers, songwriters, producers, but a lot of people don't understand the business. So we wanted to create a platform, a panel platform to teach them the business. 1. 2, everybody wants to be a superstar.
Absolutely.
But there's so many areas in the music industry that you can work in that has nothing to do with you being in the limelight and be very, very successful and very well paid. So we'd like to introduce the audience to all of the different areas in the music industry. Our engineers, stylists, engineers, A&Rs, managers. There's so many other different things besides being a superstar. So this is our 3rd year. It's been very successful. We've done over 30 schools, from Yale to Howard University to NYU. I've actually got selected to be a guest speaker and panelist this weekend in Harvard.
Yes.
Yes, very, bucket list. That was definitely a bucket list for me.
Yes.
A dream, come true. So I'm very excited about that. But, coming up as a musician and as a producer, no one, I wouldn't say no one, but people didn't really school you and give you the blueprint, the do's and the don'ts. You kind of had to figure it out on your own and bump your head and fail. And we kind of were saying to ourselves, why allow people to go through that? Why allow people to make the same mistakes that we've made if we can come along and say, hey, Here's some information. Here's what you need to do. Now go be great. You know, and the answer to that is a lot of times people are intimidated.
Of course.
People are intimidated with their spot. People don't want to share the spot. People don't want to share the limelight. But I feel like that God has given us our gifts and our talents.
Absolutely.
And our journey is our journey. And just because we stop to let someone else in on the journey or on the path doesn't stop us from going where we're going. So, you know, we just wanted to share information and help give people information, as much information as possible on how to be successful. So that's the whole idea of the Music
for the
101.
kids in the back.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
you heard me back there?
In the back.
You heard me back there?
Because you know, the industry is, like you said, is broken down in different compartments. There's people who want to be singers, but not everyone can be in the forefront.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't use your gift.
Absolutely.
And if you have information to give, why wouldn't you want to give it? Because it doesn't stop anything that you. It don't stop no one. It don't stop you from being Amadeus.
Right.
It doesn't stop you.
People don't think
Not
that way.
everyone thinks that,
you know?
exactly.
People don't think that way. So we wanted to break the chains.
Right. So what makes your tour different? Because I've gone to like several panels, conferences, and things like that. And what information do you feel that you're giving out that the other ones lack?
To me, honestly, the passion.
Okay.
Like I really love speaking. I really love encouraging people and empowering people and pushing people to live their dreams. So it's like the business. You're learning the business side of it. You're learning all of the different areas in the midst. But you're also being pushed. You're also being inspired by stories, by my stories, by what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and kind of just pushing you. And that's the whole vision behind it, is pushing someone else. Very unique. I don't script anything. I moderate it. I don't script anything. I don't go into the panels with any list of questions. I just kind of fill out who's in the room and just vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a conversation. It's just us having a conversation and you know, just sharing information with one another. So each experience, each school is a different thing because each school has different attendees.
Right.
There's different people out there in the audience that are looking for different things. So not everybody's looking for the same thing. So I don't feel like I don't feel like it's a good thing to have the same questions and the same panelists. And so each one that we did was different panelists, different walks of life in the business, different questions, different visions, and just kind of, like I said, filling out who's in the room. You might have songwriters in the room. You might have producers. You might have entrepreneurs. You might have managers behind the scenes. So we cater to whoever is in the building, who's ever in the room on that particular session.
Now, you've worked with a lot of different artists, and for a long time. And even in that time, music itself has evolved and changed, and the sound of different things have changed. Now we have like trap and all of that, trap R&B. How have you adjusted your sound, if you have at all?
Right. Kind of just keeping an ear to what's going on. And I always say, kind of give it my own twist. We all, as fans, as music lovers, as musicians, we all hear. If we all play the song right now, we all will take a different. You know what I'm saying? We'll take away something different from that particular song. You may hear something that I may not, or vice versa. So we all hear music different. And again, I always challenge myself as a person, as a man, as a musician, just to do better or to do more or to learn. So there's a certain cadency that's being used with the trap and the trap R&B. There's certain type of drums and patterns that's being used. So you kind of want to key into that and key into what's going on and say, okay, I don't want to recreate what someone else has created. I want to take a little bit of this. I want to take a little bit of that.
Right.
And then I add my own flavor and I add my own flair to it. And that's kind of what kept me relevant. And also not doing everything on my own. People have this thing as I have to do it. And I got rid of that vibe a long time ago. So I have a lot of young, inspiring producers that's under the Platinum Boy Music umbrella and musicians, and we collab. If you put 5 people in a room and say, let's create a song, that's 5 different ways to look at the song. That's 5 different ideas to have to approach the song versus just myself trying to do it all. So I think collaborating, kind of connecting with the younger generation, producer-wise, artist-wise, and just being open and free, not being closed-minded is how I kind of, stay relevant.
And when working with artists, how do you make sure that your vision as well as their vision both come out in the final product?
That's a great question. Well, as a producer, our vision is kind of already there in a certain, to a certain extent, because I feel like we create the blueprint. there's no song without the beat.
Right.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we create the beat. You as an artist, you as a songwriter, you get the vibe, you get the ideas, and you get the vision off of this blueprint, and then you add your colors. It's like it's like a painting. You add your colors. And then most times, or oftentimes, producers like myself can come after the artist lays his or her colors and just add the finishing touches to just finalize that piece. But this new day that we're in, a lot of the artists and producers are not working together in the studios. A lot of stuff is being recorded on their own. So that kind of, puts it in a different place.
Right.
I would rather work hand in hand with the artist, work in that, particular studio with him or her. But like I said, it's really rare these days that you'll get producers and artists in one room kind of working. So, we figure it out. We make it do what it do.
Okay.
Magic still happens.
Yes.
Well, you've worked with Trey Songz, Chris Brown, and you work with Fab.
Yes.
So lately, they have been in the news
Nah.
about, how they like to use the 808s. No pun intended.
She is so funny.
Man. 808.
So I'm wondering, when you find out these things about your artists, do you get them on the line and be like, yo, did you?
Right.
Or did you not? Or do you just keep it strictly professional?
No, I mean, these are my brothers. Obviously, I wasn't there
Absolutely.
at that particular moment to see what happened. I know them very well. So for me, it was like, and I stay out of that type of stuff. The best thing that I can do is remain prayerful, So I reached out to Trey as he was going through his trials and tribulations. I reached out to Fab, same thing with Chris when he was going through what he was going through, just to let them know that I'm there in support, that I'm there in prayer, and that all will be well.
Yes, prayer changes everything.
Absolutely.
Well, we are not done with Amadeus. We still have one more thing to ask him. You guys stay tuned.
All right, so we are having tons of fun in the studio, on camera and off camera with Amadeus. But don't think you can get away. We said we were going to put you in the hot seat,
Yes.
and now is the time, my friend.
Seat is on
Yes.
fire. Seat is on
So we
fire.
are playing a game. We're going to be playing 15 seconds of a song that you created.
Okay.
Now I need you to let me know who is the artist and what is the title of that song.
And if
You should know all of this.
If you're bad enough, I need a year.
If you are bad enough, give us the year. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All right,
Musical
let those
Jeopardy.
speakers
Let's do it.
knock.
Yes. Ow.
It's a throwback.
Yes. Chilling in my car.
Do you know this one?
Yes, this is my first placement, so this is monumental for me. First beat ever sold, first beat, released to the masses, to the world. So that was Foxy Brown,
Yes.
featuring Althea Hart. Now Althea Hart was on
Althea Hart.
Love and Hip Hop,
Yep.
L.A. Yeah.
She was.
Yeah. So when no one knew, this was Now you said the
Coming out with
year.
something.
Woo!
All right.
Man,
good?
I probably
How
made
good?
the beat, and it was like late '90s. I can't look. I don't know if I'm bad enough.
Okay.
But yeah, Foxy Brown, Cradle to the Grave.
Yes.
My Life.
Yes.
Featured in the movie, featured on the soundtrack. First
Alright.
beat ever sold right there.
1 point for you.
Thank you, thank you. Ding, ding, ding,
But how
ding,
crazy
ding.
is that first beat and it's worldwide and it's in a movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blessing,
That's pretty dope.
blessing.
Shout out.
That song just gives you memories.
Yeah.
Like,
As soon as
that's
it
when
came on,
summer
I was like,
popping.
Right? That summer was
That
popping
summer
for
was
you.
popping.
All right, you ready for the next one?
All right.
doing
All
pretty
right,
good. I'm
here we
doing good, I
go.
think.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on. Niggas be watching. 50 Cent. Trying to study my moves. So I
I
switch
get a
up
little
on.
tough to this one.
Think I'ma hit him with the left. That's when I hit him with the right.
All
Knock
right.
him.
It's 50.
Right?
It is what it is.
Yes.
It is what it
It
is.
is what
Okay.
it is.
That was a New
Okay.
York. That was
Yeah.
a New York
Yes.
feel.
I think I was on the way to a meeting at Interscope Records. I can't even remember the year, but and he had came out with a mixtape, and I remember the A&R, Empress Sap, female A&R,
Shout out to
made it
Lanice.
happen and called me and was like, "Yo, 50's on one of your joints. It's on the mixtape. It's popping. Everybody loves it." And
She said it just like that?
Just like
Popping
that. It's
music.
popping. Everybody
Oh, okay.
loves it. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that.
A little aggressive.
G on it.
A little aggressive.
All right.
Feeling real New York right now.
Real New York. That was a New York. That was real New York. All right, ready for the next one?
All right.
All right, let's roll it.
Once upon a time,
This is taking me back. Middle
there
school,
were
high
5
school
little
days.
girls.
Yeah, Danny Kane, welcome to the dollhouse.
Yes.
Intro. Yeah, monumental. Very, very monumental. As we was off camera, I was, telling you guys about how I got the phone call and them saying they wanted the intro and what the album title was, Welcome to the Dollhouse. So immediately I thought of a dollhouse. I thought of the winding of the toy, and went and found the sound effect of that.
Yeah.
And used that and just, replayed the bells. I actually
little
played,
twinkles are
like a
back
little
there,
twinkle.
like-
And that was kind of the vision that I had. I actually created a beat behind it. Puff actually removed the beat and kept the twinkles and then, did and put vocals on top of it. But I remember first hearing it, I was like, man, that's Puff Daddy.
Yes.
On your track.
Oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
I would have ran all the way to Bronx.
Right. With that, and he had that
Monumental.
deep
Yeah,
voice too.
yeah, man.
That
So
deep.
Son.
definitely a
Real
moment.
son.
Definitely a moment.
Yes.
Definitely a moment.
That's
So I'm
a
3 for
good
3. I'm
one.
3 for 3.
All right, here
Gotta
we
make it a little
go.
harder. You gotta make it a little
All
harder.
right, we got a few
Start
more.
feeling
Let's see where we at.
Start feeling yourself and then everything get crazy. Go down.
Let it go downhill from here. Ready for the next one?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
This is in here in the heart.
God, you be doing some bangers. Oh.
Well, thank you. That's Keisha Cole. Where were we?
Yes.
Yeah, funky. Just funky.
That's a
Yes.
good one.
Funky.
That's a good one.
Your
Funky.
music reminds me of summertime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Windows down.
When everybody want to come out.
Car
Yes.
blasting, shades on,
Barbecue.
looking cute.
Everybody want to go to the beach.
Yes.
Let the toes
Macaroni and
out.
cheese, potato salad.
Let the toes out. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
right toenail polish. Make sure them
Maxi
things is done
dresses.
right though. Make sure them things is done right.
Yeah.
Done
baby.
right.
Summer's coming.
For me, a song is a banger if I could let my windows down, got my
Absolutely.
shades on,
Yep.
and I feel cute when I stop at them stoplights.
Yes.
Like everyone's looking at me. Yes, that's me, blasting the music. And
Yes. Yes, your music reminds me of
Am I
summertime.
wait. Am I 4 for 4?
You
Yes,
are.
you
All
are.
right, 4
We
for 4
have-
like that. Wendy's. All right.
Yes. All right.
We have 3 more.
Three
Three.
more.
Oh,
Right.
whoa,
3
whoa.
more.
Yeah.
Here we
I'm
go.
beside myself there.
Ready.
Yeah.
Next song.
Right here from my heart, put family first. Nothing can come between what we got together. Through the good and bad times, no one can take
Yes.
Yes, that was a Keisha Cole, the BET special, Family First. So that was the actual theme song to the show.
Yeah.
You did a soundtrack to my
Yeah,
life.
that was very cool. Shout out to the artist and songwriter Tiffany Mignon for writing it and singing it and vocaling it. And yeah, man, that was pretty dope.
And that's not the only theme song you've written. You've
Oh, nah.
done some songs for ESPN.
Yes.
So how was that? Like, you had your first track went on a movie. Now you
Yep.
have some other tracks that are on TV shows. So you're not only doing stuff just for radio
Right,
or
right.
CD play. Now you're getting your stuff out on television screen.
Right.
Like, how is that feeling?
Oh man, amazing. I think that's probably one of my biggest accomplishments because it's a theme song, so it comes on every single day, multiple times a day. I'm a big sports fan, so when you think of that show, you know the song.
Right.
So that's definitely a huge accomplishment, and it's amazing how it came about. I had got invited to speak at a college. After speaking to the students, the music director from ESPN who invited me said, "Let's go get lunch." Nothing fancy. He said, "Let's go to Subway's." I love Subway's. Went to Subway's, had tuna fish, on wheat, double meat with the provolone cheese.
Oh,
and the
this
sweet
is
pepper.
an important day for him.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that
So I
whole
was
day.
excited. I don't know how about everybody else felt, but I was
Did you
excited.
get chips?
Yeah, we got to get the salt and vinegar joints. You know what I'm saying?
Salt and vinegar.
But it was in that moment that the situation came about, and it was really simple. Like, yo, man, we trying to get to Talib Kweli, and we don't know him. And I was like, yo, that's my guy. You know what I mean? I work with him. I'll connect you guys. And I was like, well, who's doing the beat? And he was like, well, we haven't figured it out. And I was like, me. So I tell that story because oftentimes, there's opportunities created for us,
Absolutely.
and we miss out on opportunities because I was like, man, am I gonna get paid for speaking at the college? And he was like, nah, and I was like,
But look at
you
that.
know what I'm
Something
saying?
else
But I thought
happened.
about
Yep.
it, and I was like, man, this guy's looked out for me throughout
Yeah.
the years for just scoring music. We ESPN, let me just, give him a thank you and just show up and be a blessing to
Absolutely.
those students, and that's how that whole thing
Quick
came about.
question. Is there like any royalty thing involved when you make a theme song?
Oh,
like
yeah.
every time the
He's
the
like,
show
oh, yeah.
plays,
Oh, yeah.
you get checks. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that 2 seasons?
Oh yeah, yep, you're absolutely right. I created a 2012 version, and then we revamped it
Yep.
with Wale again, and then we did the 2016 version.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Money just flowing.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so you ready for the next one?
All right.
Yes. I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing great.
All right. Yo, this is a New York one too. And by a good friend of the L Spot Show.
Yes.
I like
Shout out
girls
to
with
Nick.
gold teeth. Faithful, don't cheat. Let me handcuff her to the bed like police.
Yes.
Too real.
Black Love, Papoose, Remy Ma,
Yes.
and Nathaniel.
And Nathaniel.
Nathaniel
My
Love.
very good friend here at the L Spot Show.
So that's
Very good
that's
friend.
definitely a great song. Produced that with another producer by the name of Prince Maestro. And just amazing for hip hop, amazing for love, amazing
Yeah.
for culture. And Papoose and Remy is definitely definitely
Gave
family.
it away. She
almost
almost gave
gave
it
it away.
away.
She
She almost told you. But
just
I
like-
really love that song because the message is
Yes.
so positive.
Yes.
The beat is so New York.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Tribe Called Quest, man. Sample Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So salute to Tribe Called Quest. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, Fife Dog.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So definitely paid homage at the same time.
Right.
And just kind of revamped it and brought some love and positive energy back into, that song, being that we lost that that legend. So,
Yeah.
shout out to Fife Dog, man, and the whole Tribe Called Quest. Black Love, Papoose, Remy Ma. If they give me something harder.
Yes.
Listen, you got one more.
All right,
So
watch
far,
out.
you
Now,
are
watch.
6 for 6 right now.
Watch.
This is the last
Okay.
one. Let's see if you can get
Be
it.
humble, he said.
Yes. Yes.
Baby, I know you gon' blame me for every problem. Nah, I know. And everybody got
I love her, Chris Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, on off the Heartbreak on the Full Moon album, out right now, certified platinum. So, shout out to all of the fans and all of the
Absolutely.
supporters of that. I produced that one with Trilogy, one of the producers, a part of the Platinum Boy Music team. Man, C Breezy, it's going on tour soon too.
Yes.
Heartbreak on the Full
Shoot,
Moon. It's
I need
gonna
to be
touring
there.
soon. So, yeah, that's gonna be dope.
I've been to a
So I got it.
Chris
7 for 7 is what
You
y'all
are-
saying?
You
Yes.
better know your own music.
Yes.
Listen,
is
man,
good.
I want y'all to buy me a short set.
Do you want spandex?
No. Baggy.
Baggy short, totally.
Cargo joints.
Oh my God. We had a great
This
time
is-
with
this
you
is awesome.
today.
This is fun.
It was great to play this game with you. Shout out to you for
Absolutely.
knowing your stuff.
Yes.
And thank you for just sharing your take on the music production culture, sharing us a little bit about your career and your lifestyle, and all the things that you do aside from just making the music,
Absolutely.
especially like giving back
Right.
to children. That's very important, something we definitely care about
Thank you,
here
guys.
at the L Spot Show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tell everyone where they can find you if they ever need, where social media, drop all that info.
Right. I'm in the Bronx somewhere, man. Just pull up in the Bronx,
Just
ask
pull
for
up.
Amadeus. You know, you'll
Roll
see
down
me.
the windows and
You know
just
what I'm
shout that
saying?
they
Yo.
out.
You know what I mean?
I need a beat.
You know what I mean? I'm on Instagram, Amadeus PBM. PBM standing for Platinum Boy Music, so that's Amadeus PBM, Instagram. Platinum Boy Music on Instagram. We have a page for the college tour, Instagram as well.
Cool.
Music 101 College Tour PBM. Website is www.platinumboymusicworldwide.com. And there you go.
There you
Since
go.
you dropping everything, why don't you drop yours
Yeah,
too?
drop it.
Well, I am absolutely Angela Yvonne and entertainment_fix, so you can get everything entertainment and all my shenanigans.
I got one question. What is it like? What is
That's
that?
We just
telling them to
grabbing
come,
the ear.
come,
Grabbing it and bringing it to
come
us.
to us.
All right, so as a man, I'm gonna be like,
No.
Throwing it away? Is that what
I
that
don't want,
was?
if y'all grabbing it, I don't want to grab it
You gotta
because
grab
I gotta do something other. I gotta do something else.
You can do.
He's
Something
pushing us
masculine,
away.
like-
You can do that. But if you're just throwing it away, that's
As long as you're not throwing us away, all right?
No. Look,
Because you love us over here at the L
Look at
Spot.
this, Wakanda forever.
Here we go. Love,
Yes,
love,
yes,
love.
yes.
All right, and you guys can find me at Camille J _ on all accounts. Thank you once again for having us.
Thank you for having me,
Thank
Queens.
you everyone for tuning
Appreciate you
in.
guys.
Make sure you follow the L Spot Show at
Yes.
the L Spot online, and make sure you keep tuning in to the L Spot Show so you too can network and be recognized. We are out, baby.
By your soul music.
You gon' love this.
I can't believe where I'm at now. I dreamt about this for a while. I knew I'd be a superstar. Didn't think I was gonna make it far. Been through trials.